Picture this. It's a calm Tuesday morning in New York Harbor when something impossible happens. The water starts glowing with an eerie blue light, and suddenly the temperature drops 20 degrees. Marine biologists are scrambling to understand what's causing massive sonar readings off the coast of Manhattan, but they're about to discover that some mysteries are better left unsolved. But this isn't just any ordinary day, because lurking beneath those churning waters are two of the most deadly predators that ever lived, and they're about to meet for the first time in 66 million years. Let me ask you something. What do you think would happen if the most powerful shark that ever existed came face to face with a marine reptile that ruled the ancient seas like an underwater dragon? You're about to find out, and trust me, you won't believe who comes out on top. In one corner, we have the legendary Megalodon, the ultimate shark, a living nightmare that made Jaws look like a goldfish. This monster weighs in at nearly 50 tons and measures up to 60 feet long, with some specimens reaching lengths that would dwarf a school bus. This is a creature built for one purpose: total destruction. But wait, there's more to this story than you might think. The Megalodon isn't just big, it's a perfectly engineered killing machine. Those massive jaws could open wide enough to swallow a small car, and inside that cavernous mouth sat hundreds of razor-sharp teeth, each one the size of your hand. When this monster bit down, it delivered a staggering 40,000 psi, 10 times more powerful than that of a great white, capable of snapping a whale's spine like a toothpick. Swimming through the murky waters of New York Harbor, the Megalodon moves with surprising grace for something so massive. Its torpedo-shaped body cuts through the water like a living submarine, powered by a tail fin that could generate enough thrust to launch it clear out of the water. When it hunts, there's no stealth, no strategy, just pure, overwhelming force. This is nature's bulldozer with teeth. But in 30 seconds, you're going to meet its opponent, and everything you think you know about marine predators is about to change completely. Meet the Mosasaurus, and this is where things get really interesting. While the Megalodon was built like a battering ram, the Mosasaurus was designed like a precision weapon. The longest mosasaurs are estimated to have been 17 meters, about 56 feet in length, making it nearly as long as its shark rival, but with one crucial difference: intelligence. Picture a creature that looks like a crocodile crossed with a sea serpent, but with the hunting instincts of a wolf. The Mosasaurus had a long, serpentine body that could twist and turn with incredible agility, powered by 4 massive flippers that gave it maneuverability the Megalodon could only dream of. But here's the kicker. The species likely hunted near the ocean surface as an ambush predator, using its large, two-dimensionally adapted eyes to more effectively spot and capture prey. This wasn't just a mindless eating machine like the shark. This was a calculating predator that could think, plan, and execute complex hunting strategies. The Mosasaurus would stalk its prey, study their movements, and strike at exactly the right moment with surgical precision. But you're probably wondering, in a straight fight, who would actually win? Here's where it gets crazy. As our two titans circle each other in the flooded ruins of Lower Manhattan, the water around them starts to churn. The Megalodon, true to its nature, goes for the direct approach. It powers forward like a living torpedo, its massive jaws gaping wide, ready to deliver that bone-crushing bite. This is what it does. It hits fast, it hits hard, and it hits with enough force to split a whale in half. But the Mosasaurus has other plans. Just as the shark commits to its charge, the marine reptile demonstrates why intelligence beats brute force. It twists its serpentine body at the last second, using those powerful flippers to dart sideways with lightning speed. The Megalodon, committed to its attack, shoots past like a freight train that missed its station. But that's not the best part. Watch what happens next. The Mosasaurus doesn't just dodge the attack, it counterattacks with the precision of a surgeon. As the shark rockets past, the reptile strikes at the most vulnerable spot it can find: the gills. Those razor-sharp teeth, each one designed for holding and tearing, clamp down on the Megalodon's side just behind the head. Now here's where the fight gets really intense. The Megalodon, feeling the bite, does what any shark would do: it thrashes. But this isn't just any thrashing, This is 50 tons of prehistoric fury trying to shake off its attacker. The water around them explodes into a maelstrom of bubbles, blood, and raw power as these two giants wrestle for supremacy. But in 1 minute, you're going to see why this battle takes an unexpected turn. The Mosasaurus, with its flexible spine and four-flipper propulsion system, manages to maintain its grip while positioning itself for the killing blow. But the Megalodon isn't going down without a fight. With a desperate burst of speed, it manages to twist around and catches the reptile's neck in its massive jaws. This is it, the moment of truth. The bite force of a Megalodon at between 24,000 to 40,000 pounds was powerful enough to bite a small whale in half. If those jaws clamp down completely, this fight is over. But here's what nobody expected. The Mosasaurus has one final trick up its sleeve. Remember how I mentioned it was related to snakes? Well, just like its land-dwelling cousins, the Mosasaurus can dislocate its jaw joints, allowing it to open its mouth to impossible angles. As the Megalodon's teeth start to penetrate, the marine reptile does something incredible. It opens its own jaws wider than should be physically possible and bites down on the shark's snout, right at the most sensitive part of its body. Now both creatures are locked in a deadly embrace, each one trying to deliver the fatal bite first. The Megalodon has the power advantage, but the Mosasaurus has better leverage and is targeting a more vulnerable spot. It's like watching a heavyweight boxer fight a martial arts master underwater. So who would you bet on? The unstoppable force or the precision weapon? Drop your prediction in the comments. Team Megalodon or Team Mosasaurus? But wait, there's still more to this epic showdown. As both predators struggle in their death grip, something unexpected happens. The Mosasaurus, with its superior maneuverability, manages to wrap its powerful tail around the Megalodon's body. This isn't just a bite fight anymore, it's become an underwater wrestling match between titans. The shark, feeling the constriction, realizes it needs to end this quickly. With a massive surge of power, it tries one final desperate move, the breach attack that made its smaller cousins famous. Using every ounce of strength in its massive body, the Megalodon rockets toward the surface, trying to slam both itself and its opponent back down with crushing force. But here's where the Mosasaurus proves why it was the apex predator of its time. Instead of fighting the upward momentum, it uses it. As they break the surface of New York Harbor in a spectacular explosion of water and fury, the marine reptile does something that would make a dolphin proud. It twists in midair, using the shark's own momentum against it. They crash back into the water, but now the positions are reversed. The Mosasaurus is on top, and gravity is on its side. With surgical precision, it adjusts its grip and drives its teeth deeper into the most vulnerable part of the shark's anatomy, the area where the skull meets the spine. The Megalodon, for all its power and fury, finally meets something it can't simply overpower. As the Mosasaurus applies pressure to that crucial nerve center, the great shark's movements become sluggish, then stop altogether. In the end, raw power bowed to precision and intelligence. The Mosasaurus emerges victorious, not through brute force, but through superior tactics, better maneuverability, and the ability to think beyond just bite hard and hold on. But here's the thing that makes this victory even more impressive. The Mosasaurus didn't just win through luck or chance. Every advantage it used in this fight was something it had evolved specifically to deal with other large marine predators. The species had a rather savage feeding behavior and preyed on huge turtles, sharks, and even other mosasaurs. This was a creature designed by nature to be the ultimate marine predator. Think about it. While the Megalodon was essentially a scaled-up great white shark operating on pure instinct and overwhelming force, the Mosasaurus was something entirely different. It had the intelligence of a marine mammal, the agility of a sea snake, and the killing instincts of a crocodile, all wrapped up in a 50-foot package of prehistoric terror. So there you have it. In the ultimate clash between the ocean's greatest predators, intelligence and adaptability triumph over raw power. The Mosasaurus takes the crown as the deadliest predator to ever rule the seas. But before you go, I want to know, did this epic battle play out the way you expected? Were you Team Megalodon or Team Mosasaurus from the start? And more importantly, what other prehistoric showdowns do you want to see? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this underwater battle got your prehistoric blood pumping, smash that like button and give it your most powerful bite. Consider it your Megalodon for this epic showdown. And don't forget to share this with anyone who thinks they know which ancient predator would win in the ultimate ocean battle. Trust me, they're going to be surprised by how this one ended. The seas may have calmed in New York Harbor, but in the depths of prehistory, there are countless other monsters waiting for their moment in the spotlight. The question is, are you ready for the next battle?